This is another new thing. Um See, the quality of prasad is always quite superior, and people even if you get a small bite, also it's like a mahaprasad to everybody. That's what we all know. It was done with a very great reverence, and especially the materials will be chosen for prasad is sourced from very trusted groups and trusted companies, and which had been given by the last few decades. You want to get this particular material, grains, everything is sourced out in a very well structured manner, and no one has dared to violate that part, and no one has dared to change. Even if they wanted to change it, then no one dared. So imagine you need per month, so per day, you need 15,000 kgs of ghee is needed to make prasad. These guys say their claim is, why did we change the vendors? Was it is 1,000 rupees plus something, and we have changed it. We have brought it down to, and they said we have to give, the supply had given us around 360 to 400. The making of ghee itself is quite high price. So we understand how could they source such a cheap ghee? And later, after a few months, we were all wondering, maybe we don't know how could they achieve it. So we don't know. They had sourced out from somewhere from Delhi, Ghaziabad, and somewhere in UP. Delhi or part of Delhi. Maybe we don't know. Maybe someone is there. Maybe they said we don't know. But they said people were complaining regularly. The smelling of something which is not the usual prasad. A lot of times people used to come to me and they said, see what's happening, maybe you have to put for us, some kind of lab testing. There are many things, such things. I thought no one would be dare to violate, play with this kind of sentiments. I thought of it, but we didn't give I was looking at other things in TTD. But when this particular issue came, when the new EVO came, we looked at it. I said, we want to revive the TTD. Whatever had been TTD, a lot of mismanaged had been done, misappropriation of funds had been done. They started a thing called Srivani Trust, and they don't know what these guys had done. Under I think TTD chairman was Mr. Subbareddy Garu, and EO was Mr. Dharma Reddy. So we have been consistently raising our concerns regarding the quality of prasad and regarding the functioning of TTD itself, and of course other dharmic issues. But these guys, when we formed the government and said we want to revive, we want to go back to, then we sent samples, and we realized that this is animal fat, fish oil, and of course amount of beef fat and pig fat, fish oil, elements of both these things are there, all these three. And we are quite hurt, quite in a state of shock. And people have taken it for granted to play that kind of games. Here it is, when people have no commitment and no value and no respect for the sanctity of a temple, and if they take charge, this is what exactly happens. In the name of politicking, they went for some substandard things, and that's the result of it. And on the top of it, there is a lot of. It's not just about prasad today. Maybe there were a lot of liquors were supplied, non-vegetarian was supplied, and people were having parties there. And if someone raises their voice, it will be with their muscle power. They used to keep them down, and all these things came out. I think there's a high time. That's the reason today morning I tweeted. I think there's a high time that everyone should come together. It's not about one prasad today. It's definitely shocking. It's hurt. I think we have to, because when governments and boards are not acting well, there should be some other monitoring mechanism in India, in Bharat. It should be Sanatana Dharma Parirakshana Board is the order of the day. It is very essential. That's what I feel. Because any kind of desecration happens to idols. The sanctity of the temples not been maintained, like TTD Prasad and all. And whatever the Agama Shastra says, the practices, the devotional practices, the method you pray, when they're not being practiced, I think a lot of mere political employments come into the picture. So there should be, I feel, the reason I had proposed for Sanatana Dharma Parirakshana Board is essential. The reason was, when you leave it to the political groups, there is more such incidents are likely to happen on a regular basis, which to thwart it and to find a permanent solution or to find a permanent method to mitigate, I think Sanatana Dharma Parakshana Board, I think we should constitute. Maybe I'll speak to our cabinet and honorable CM also. I think I think I'll take it forward, this particular concept. And if you look at it, a lot of revolutionary concepts came under the leadership of Sri CBN Garu. And in the same manner, I think we will constitute something like Sanatana Dharma Parirakshana Board is essential. It is order of the day, and I'll take it up in the next meeting, in cabinet meeting, and with my colleagues and the honorable CM.